Welcome, Blue Rockers. Connie Willis here with Blue Rock Talk with Connie Willis. And of course, it's Crypto Connie now because this is the series. We're talking about cryptos and all sorts of other neat little things. Because from time to time, I get to bring on Gerald Celente. And when we bring on Gerald, you know, it's cool because he can talk about all sorts of things, and it fits under this playlist totally. Now, I just want to remind everybody, please, if this is the first time you've ever come here, please subscribe. I hope you like it. If you like it, give it a like, and please share this with other people. And let them become a Blue Rocker. A Blue Rocker is someone in the know, and they also know how to do this handshake, or this greeting. This is our greeting for the Blue Rocker, official Blue Rockers. But a lot of you also ask, how can I help out? Well, keep in mind, I'm on Steemit, so you can go to Steemit. You can also see this post there, not just on YouTube, but you can upvote me at that point or re-steam it so you can share these great videos with other people. You can also go to my BITSHARES wallet. They make it easy. It's Connie-Willis. A lot of people want to know how to do some funding, which YouTube's not doing that fan funding anymore. So what you can do is, I would appreciate it. I think it's great. This is all done out of the kindness of my heart. So I do want to keep it going. So I appreciate that you guys go to my BITSHARES wallet. It's Connie-Willis. And I'm into the EOS and the BITSHARES, and who's not into the Bitcoin, right? And Heroes is another great one. And of course, Steem too. So let's go ahead and bring on my extra special guest. And he's got a really great topic to talk about. You guys know him, Gerald Celente. Yay! Woo! Gerald, how are you? It's good to see you again. You look great.
Oh, thank you. And also, I'd like to suggest to everyone tuning in that yes, you are doing this, and if you want to keep doing it and putting out the information that you're giving the people that they can't get anywhere else, that they should support what you're doing. And crypto is the future, of course, and it's actually one of our top trends for 2018.
And that's what he's given us today, you guys. The top trends of 2018. This is a very special show. So yeah, I'll go ahead and just let you go with that. I'm sorry to interrupt you there. I was just excited. I wanted to bring on the fact that we got the top 2018 trends from you.
Yeah, and the first one, Crypto Connie, is Cryptomania cash-in. This is real, and we've really outlined this in detail of why the Cryptomania craze is not a fad. And there was just a report out that 80% of the economists and strategists that CNBC follows say it's a bubble. Well, they didn't see it coming, and they know where it's going. And if it is a bubble and you got in early, guess what? You don't have to worry anymore because you is rich. Now, this is just the beginning. The world is going cashless. And that's why crypto is going to be one of the reasons why we see it growing. For example, if you go to China, South Korea, you go to these places, Singapore, people are paying with their apps. They're not using cash or credit cards. They have no coin of the realm that they're attached to. There's no "in God we trust." So it's the millennial generation's form of gold. They don't believe in the fiat currencies. You could print all of those that you want. But again, going back to Bitcoin, that the CNBC strategists say is a bubble, well, let's look at how many of those they can print. And the digital number is around 20 million. So unlike dollars, yuan, yen, and euros, where the governments could just print as much as they want, there are limitations. So there's a supply and demand element. So we see cryptos for a number of reasons, and if you go to our trends research site and you click on to the latest trends news, you can see what we say about cryptos. And again, for the people that want to keep your show going and what you're doing, we highly recommend they click on to the sites that you suggest so that you can help give them more valuable information, because crypto is the future.
Well, I appreciate hearing that. Thank you very much. You know, when you do this information, you put these videos out. Of course, YouTube is my hub, you know, and you need people to go to YouTube, and you need them to like it and share it and show it off to other people, and so on, so the AdSense will kick in and all the other things, right? So there's a lot of things that go into having a successful YouTube channel or a successful brand. You also put this on Facebook and things like that. I really like the Steemit. I told you about Steemit last time that we were talking, and you said, what's Steemit? And that's the platform where it's on the blockchain, and it's an application, you know, where you get paid for putting your post up, and then you also get paid for people liking your posts that you put up, and people can reshare it. And it's great because I actually make more money on Steemit than YouTube. So, you know, I aired that on Steemit, and people were really excited the last show where I mentioned it to you, because they were all like, Gerald's going to be on Steemit. Gerald's going to be on Steemit. So I don't know how far you got with it yet, but I'm going to tell you, your post will make at least $500 and more if you join that. I just know it because people love you. You definitely want it for sure. So I appreciate your support on me as well. So with the 2018 trends, and I feel really good as you do about the cryptocurrency. That's why I'm trying to learn it myself here. I'm really doing all I can to learn as much as possible. There's some really bad things out there you got to watch out for, and there's some really good ones out there too to check out. And this is what I found out about cryptocurrency. It's where the normal Joe Blow, Joe Schmo can be wealthy. We got a chance. What do you think of that?
Yes, but it's bigger than that in the sense that, again, we write about it in detail. You make the connections. People are disgusted with the current systems, and it's the populist coin. So they're making their own future without the future of banksters in between collecting their big dough. So yes, I believe trends are born, they grow, they mature, reach old age, and die. You know, once upon a time, there used to be an Iceman. You know, we don't have them anymore. You got refrigeration. So you had horse and buggies, and of course automobiles, and you had ships, and then you had airplanes. You know, so what I'm saying is that this is a trend that has just been born.
Yes.
And we see a lot of life to it yet. And yes, I agree with you that there are fortunes to be made and lost. Because one of the things we make very clear is that there are going to be wide swings of volatility in this trading platform. The other thing is governments are going to try to stop it. But as we point out, they tried to stop it in China. And at one time, 90% of the Bitcoin action was coming out of China. It fell down to about 5% worldwide when they started to close the Bitcoin exchanges and banning it. Guess what? Now 20% of the action on Bitcoin is coming out of China. People are going on these private sites like Telegram. So you're going to see volatility. But the long-term trend, we see this as growing far beyond where it is now. It's only in its early growth stage. It has to, you know, get old, mature, reach old age, and then die.
Well, it's great that it's not just a coin. You know, it's not just that. These businesses are now going on. It's basically the blockchain, right? And businesses are going on them, and applications are going on them, and they're basically where you can do anything you want. There's no, it's decentralized, as they like to say, and that's the cool part. Now, once the government tries to get in there and do those types of things, I guess that's going to change everything, but that's the whole reason behind it, right? So that they won't interfere. And
people are going around it. I just mentioned China. I mean, you know, who's going to crack down harder on you than China? And they couldn't stop it. And you made the very big point. Blockchain technology, because that's one of our other trends. Blockchain democracy. You know, in Switzerland, which is, you know, the most, it's the richest place in the world, They haven't been at war since the mid-1800s. And the people vote. They don't let politicians tell them what to do. It's called direct democracy. So if you want to go to war, I don't need some little jerk to tell me whether or not we should go to war. Let me decide, because these little boys and girls that vote us into going to war, can't fight. They can't fight their way out of a paper bag. Could you imagine little Paulie Ryan in a fight? How about Lindsay? Did you come out of the closet yet, Graham? Yeah, who are these guys? Nancy, insane Pelosi. Their kids don't fight. They don't fight. But they send us to go fight and die and pay with our money and our lives. So with blockchain technology, going back to Switzerland, people say, well, you can't vote in the United States. You have too many people. No. If we could bank online, we could trade online, and now with blockchain, we could vote online. We the people, direct democracy, blockchain democracy. You want to give this tax cuts and give all the dough to the rich? Let us vote on it. I don't need some little boy or girl that gets paid off with bribes. Oh, I have to be proper on your show. We have to call it campaign contributions. You know, what am I, 6 years old? You're getting paid off to bribe to do what they tell you to do. Blockchain democracy. It goes along with cryptomania cash-in. This is the new future. It's bigger than Bitcoin.
Yeah, and you can say whatever you want on my show. You're totally fine. You are absolutely allowed. It's not a problem.
Facetious.
Well, one of the things that I had heard from someone that's really into the internet and always cutting edge and into the latest and the greatest, and a billionaire as well, and he said, I don't believe in Bitcoin, but I do believe in the blockchain. And I thought, I like that. I like that. I mean, the Bitcoin's doing great, obviously, but, the blockchain is the one that I think will outlast all of it.
Exactly, but that's what I'm trying to say. People are jumping into being experts on this, and there aren't a lot of experts. The thing is brand new. So when you read a lot of what they put on the regular business media, you have people that are rookies in the field making forecasts that they have no background and credentials in doing. There are very few. Of course, when this first came out, by the way, I said, nah, I'd rather have gold. At least it's tangible. And then I started changing my mind as I started learning about it. Now you're seeing gold prices going down. Because again, this is millennial generation gold. They're not buying gold, they're buying cryptos. And Max Kaiser, by the way, was the first one that really clued me into it. And that's a number of years ago. So the people that invested in it, and I have a friend, by the way, and he invested $38,000 a few years ago. Oh. He's a multimillionaire. Oh. And it couldn't happen to a nicer guy. He's a carpenter, worked hard all his life. His wife just passed on a year ago, June. He's very sad. So what had he lost? And of course, he can never bring that back. But how many people also on the other end, all of a sudden he becomes a millionaire? So a great man, and I'm really happy for him and his family.
Oh, that's excellent. And I love to hear those stories. I've heard those stories about that. And of course now, what I'm told is about 1% of the population even knows about cryptocurrency, so which is great to still, now's a good time to get in and look for some of these other coins that are coming in and other applications that are coming in, like me joining Steemit, and one of the ones I like, I've mentioned to you before, is the BitShares. They're like, I don't know, they might be anywhere from 15 to 19 cents today. I didn't check it out, but I can jump in there, grab as many as I can get now, right, and hope for the Bitcoin kind of thing to happen, just like people did Bitcoin. And you can do that with some other ones too. And now they all have different reasons for what they're there for and what they're about, and they've learned from the Bitcoin, hopefully, as well, what it did well and what it didn't do well. And, that's why I'm behind the one I'm behind right now. But it's fun, it's actually fun. And it's neat to look into the future like that. What do you think will happen with gold and silver and these other things? Will they just kind of slow down, or you don't think they'll ever totally go away, do you?
Oh, no. And one of our other top trends is we're going to see a real market shock. And what's going to bring about it is mass murder. And that, again, you could go to our website, trendsresearch.com, and you could look up our latest trends, and we have the top trends there. And when the new trend hits, and what we're looking at is there's going to be a war breaking out in the Middle East. Again, I'm a political atheist. I don't care what people believe in, what they want, what they like. You go to a doctor, you get the diagnosis. It's not what the doctor believes in. So what Trump just did by making Jerusalem the capital of Israel, which is against international law, it's an occupied territory, and it's against UN resolutions, and most of the world, including our allies in Europe, be it Germany, Sweden, France, are against this. And what it's done, it's fueling a lot of violence and protests. Now let's go back to the crown prince over there in Saudi Arabia that started the war in Yemen, that's killed over 15,000 people, a cholera epidemic that's hit over 1 million people, what the United Nations says is the worst humanitarian crisis in the world today. They also lost the war that Saudi Arabia, the United States, launched against Syria. And who won that one? To keep Assad there, whether or not you like him or not? The Iranians and the Russians. What we're saying, Connie, to sum this up, is that it's going to be a Sunni-Shia fight. Israel is already on the side now with Saudi Arabia. There's tensions going on in Lebanon with the Prime Minister being in Saudi Arabia a few weeks ago, resigning, and then going back to Lebanon and said, I'm back. So there's a lot of tension going on. If a war breaks out in the Middle East, oil prices will spike, the markets will sink, and cryptos and gold will be the safe haven assets that people will be going to make sure that they don't lose what they have, whether it's their money or their lives, because a lot of people are going to lose those too if this war continues to escalate. And in the United States, rather than hearing about what's going on and the fears of war growing, all we're hearing about is somebody's sexual misconduct 40 years ago, 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, or we're hearing about the Russians are coming. They hacked into the DNC, which, by the way, is a total fabrication of truth. There's not one shred of evidence. It's only the assessment of experts. Yeah. Oh, you have your salute? I got my salute for them. Save your expert crap, Jack. Show me the facts. Oh, I know. Saddam Hussein has weapons of mass destruction and ties to Al-Qaeda. Oh, you remember with the Gulf of Tonkin incident in Vietnam that never happened. I'm going to believe these jerks. Show me the facts. They can't do it. So what I'm saying is the people aren't prepared because they're not getting fake news. They're getting crap news. And you know what crap comes out of? The colon. And remember Colin Powell putting up that colon over there and showing us that Saddam Hussein had weapons of mass destruction and ties to Al-Qaeda and took us to war. So what I'm saying is they lied before, they lie now, the people they're not tuned in, and that's why they need to tune into stations like yours, so you're getting facts and not prostitute fantasies.
And that's Gerald Celente with our part 1 of the top trends of 2018 here on Blue Rock Talk with Connie Willis and the Crypto Connie series. So everybody, hang out We got part 2 coming up for you. In the meantime, please share this video, like this video, upvote this video on Steemit. Make sure you give a really nice, comment, and we appreciate that you guys are part of Blue Rock Talk. Gerald, how can people find you if they want to find you?
Well, they could go to trendsresearch.com, trendsresearch.com, click on our trend hits, and you'll see the top trends for 2018.
Okay, you do your thing. I'm going to do my thing.